Welcome to the Art of Cashflow podcast, where we talk about real, authentic, genuine human beings that have started their real estate journey in a way for us to give back to all those thinking about getting into this endeavor, what it truly takes, both on the mental side, the strategy side, and of course, the community side as well. I'm your host, Calvin Chin, founder of Zen Coast. Let's get into it. Angie, Kev, what's going on? How are we doing today?
Hey, Calvin, we're doing good.
Good. I appreciate you guys spending some time today just to share your guys' story and riff with me. So for those who don't know, even though everyone probably does know who you guys are, especially in New York, you guys are like the uncle and auntie in the area. Who are you guys? Give us some background.
Lady first, I guess.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're married couple. I think we've been together like 9 years now, maybe 7 years married. Super young because he's French. And and for love, just insane amount of love.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm originally from San Francisco, he's from Paris, and then we met during studying abroad. Ended up here in New York because he got a job offer here. And yeah, just been in New York ever since. We have our W-2 still. I'm in operations and he's in finance. And we got into real estate about, was it 2020, 2021? And then have just been doing it on our own until we met Zen Coast a year ago.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to add that real estate actually has been part of my life since I was a kid. Funny anecdote. I actually grew up, yeah, as Angela was saying, in Paris. Small apartment, it was a 3-1. I grew up with two older sister, quote unquote sister, that I didn't really know. And it turns out that my parent was actually just like renting out a room of the apartment. So
Oh, they were house hacking. Yeah.
we didn't know the concept. And I was just like growing up like for like a year or two, like those Chinese strangers. It turns out they were just like Chinese foreign students. And so like, yeah, quite a quick exposure, like young exposure to real estate at that point. And then my parents like actually like scale after that. They bought their own house. That was like a really interesting shape, a pretty like long rectangle shape, and they just like split the house into like cubes and renting
Uh-huh.
out the studios. So
No
I was
way.
like invested in real estate, not on the let's say financing or any acquisition, but more on the operational side.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, grew up like doing Airbnbs and whatnot, and then came to the US. And that's why we started 2021, like Angela was mentioning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin, it's in your blood, man. Like that's like so did your parents they moved to Paris from
Oh yeah. So background is my parents were born in Cambodia, but we're ethnically Chinese. So
yeah.
I speak some
We
Chinese
had this
dialect.
debate. We're like, man, is Kevin Cambodian or Chinese? I swear, or is he Viet? Like, I
You're
swear.
That's the question. That's the question. Actually, funny thing today, like some of my Viet friends were like, "Oh yeah, there's like a baseball game where they're offering Vietnamese, not
Yeah.
some baseball hat with Viet New Yorkers.
Uh-huh.
Let's go get that." And I was like, "Guys, can I join you guys? I'm kind of like Vietnamese or something." That's
You could we if you said that, I agree. I actually thought you were Viet because like a lot of French, there's a lot of French
yeah,
Viet in general.
yeah.
So yeah, I love that. So they came and moved to France and then basically did the whole first generation like house hack thing. So I'm guessing
Exactly.
they
Yeah,
built.
yeah. They escaped the genocide in Cambodia, essentially.
Yeah,
Moved to
yeah.
France, started their own like career over there, or like when I say career, they're hustling, owning restaurants and whatnot, buying their house, and then me managing those. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. That's why I always think like the first generation story is so interesting because like my parents, my dad actually had that same story, not in Paris, but in Boston, where there's like three families in one, like one condo, and they just stuff it all in there. It's like, back then it probably wasn't even for like yeah, investment purposes. It's more just like, hey, like we just need to survive and rent's expensive, so let's
Hmm.
minimize our rent. And then, but it's so cool that you can even just see the scale right there of like, oh yeah, they just did house hacking, were able to save up enough. Then they bought their own house and did the whole cube kind of thing. It's like basically the rent by room, but they were doing it like way before. They just never knew how to market it.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Okay, and then and obviously you're a Bay Area person. You guys are
Mhm.
in New York right now, right? What made you move out there?
After college, I went to teach English in Spain, and at the time, like we were both
Mhm.
single-ish. So like when oh my God, hi cousins. So
He's like, I know
Oh
the full story. Tell me the full story of how you
my,
guys met.
so cute. Um, but yeah, so then I was living in Spain and he was still in Paris, so I stopped by and I was like had layovers and we started talking. I saw the Airbnb that he was managing with a girl that was a guest that was hitting on him hardcore. Like, this
Dang.
girl wants him so bad and we were just friends at the time. Um, and then
Dang.
later he like we started talking and then he was like, "Hey, I'm going to move to New York in a few months." I was like, "Okay, I guess we should stop this thing then because it's only been 2, 3 months." He was like, "Oh, well, you should just move with me." And I was like, we've literally been dating like 3 months. Like, you want me to move to New York with you?" And then I was like, "You know what? I don't like my job that much. I'm down." So then when my contract ended, I just moved to New York. And then at the time, we were not even together like 7 months. And we already got like matching tattoos and everything. And I was like, all right. I mean, if he's gonna keep paying my rent, I guess I'll stay in New York. Like, sure, fine. Like, you sold me.
Dang. Okay,
So,
let me ask you. Kaizen asking this question
Oh yeah.
actually. Is what's the matching tattoo?
oh, One Piece. They're like giant One Piece
Oh,
tattoos.
no way.
Yeah, yeah. They're very big. It's
Yeah,
under the face. It's would be hard to
yeah.
show,
So
but
are you just loving the new live action One Piece then?
it's okay. I don't
Mm,
hate it. I don't have strong
yeah.
feelings about it.
Yeah, I
It's
mean it's
fine.
fun to watch.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
obviously like as a hardcore fan of 30 plus like 27 years or whatever, like
Yeah.
it skips like a lot of crucial detail.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
like for me, I'm like if I feel like I'd be confused watching it. I'm like, what's going on? But it
Yeah.
seems like people really like it. Like people who aren't into the universe. So
Yeah.
if it gets more people into it, then I'm down for it.
Yeah. You guys are like OGs though. I had never personally heard of it until the whole live action stuff. And then I was at a cafe
What?
earlier. Yeah, I was at a
That's
cafe earlier and they were playing the animated stuff. And I was like, oh wait, that's that's Luffy. Yeah.
us. Yeah.
Funny fact is
Yeah.
Angela actually designed the tattoo. So like it's how is it verbatim? Like it's like
I'm not sure.
it's like fully like her design. It's not like
That's yeah,
someone who designed it. Yeah.
that's
And
badass.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, the funny story is I was living in Spain. I had 6, 7 roommates because I was hella broke back then. Rent was like $400. And then I had a roommate. She's like this beautiful Norwegian girl, and she was getting cheated on her boyfriend, and getting back with him. And I was like, what? Why is this gorgeous woman doing this? She got a matching tattoo with her boyfriend a week after he cheated. And then I was talking to Kevin remotely. I was like, why would she do that? I would never get a matching tattoo. And I just talked about it for a month. And then at the end, it like inceptioned it. And I was like, would you want to get a matching tattoo? And then he was like, sure. And I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
then
he's a
I
real
had,
one, real
yeah,
one right there.
and I panicked, but we did it. Yeah. So it was all because of a joke. And then I egged it on myself. So
Yeah. Hey,
yeah,
now it's reality, and now you guys are married for
I know
7 years, so
it worked
Yeah.
out.
it worked out. Yeah. Okay, so tell me then about the real estate journey then, right? So then obviously New York now, but Angie, I think you already had a part, or was this the no? Okay, so that's actually tell us about
Yeah.
the first deal then.
Yeah. We both had no properties when we got together. Um, I would say like our parents had been telling us since like 2018 probably, like you guys should start looking at real estate. And then like 2019, 2020, when the rates were really low, they're really pushing it. Oh my gosh, so cute. So into it. And then uh how did it happen? Oh yeah, so at that time, Kevin knew because like it's in his blood, right? He knew he wanted to do real estate and he'd read like 4 or 5 books already. Like he had read so many books
Okay.
and he was like, when are we gonna do it? And eventually, I think like how did the first one? I think we just
I mean, the first
went
one
along.
originally started because, like everyone has seen in 2020, 2021, rates have dropped, right? So, like, rate really cheap was the right opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I did read a lot of books, but actually never really did like market research,
Mm-hmm.
specifically because I didn't really know like where I would be living, even if I would be
Yeah.
staying in the US. So that's when Inshalah's like family started like helping us. So her mom wanted us to was pushing us to buy something in the near term. So we were looking in New York first.
Uh-huh.
Looking in New York, the numbers didn't really make sense, or at least like for me, didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they've been saying that, oh, we have some family that are brokers or real estate agent in the West Coast, and that's how we ended up actually buying our first house in Antioch, East Bay. So
Yeah.
an hour and a half from San Francisco, close to Pittsburgh. And for that first deal, it was essentially like a traditional way to buy it, right? Like 20% down.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. Let me backtrack. In SF or California, you don't put 20% down. You put way more. And also, it's not traditional way because you actually have to bid over asking, which is something I never
Back then,
heard.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely,
Growing
yeah.
up in, I guess, like even in Paris, people, if you buy a house, usually like you negotiate down the listing price. But
Yeah.
anyways, bought our first house in California, traditional way. And to come back to reading books, I was like, oh, I can't just keep doing that every year. Like saving like that much money for down payment is not sustainable. So
Yeah.
started looking into other strategies. That's how I found out about BRRRRs, and
Yeah.
that's how we ended up like buying some other houses with the BRRRR strategy.
Yeah, I love that. I think it's exactly like the kind of epiphany people have. It's like, oh yeah, like,
Yeah.
you just think like, oh yeah, and this is what the books say, right? It's like, hell yeah, just buy real estate, you get mailbox money, and it's completely passive, right? And then you get enough of those, and you'll be fine. But what they don't tell you is like, yeah, like you become house rich, cash poor real fast, right? And it's like, how do you actually get there and save enough money? Unless you're making millions and millions of dollars, right? And saving that and being able to invest in real estate, it's pretty tough, right?
Yep.
So tell me about that. Tell me about the books that actually were influential for you, first off.
Yeah.
That kind of...
Those are mainly the Bigger Pockets books.
Yeah.
How to invest in real estate. Some of them would be I don't remember exactly the titles, but investing in real estate out of state.
Out of state investing,
yeah.
It's David, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like David Green's, the one from David Green's are specifically for the BRRRR. No money down for real estate. All of the
yeah.
Wow, these.
typical ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Boom.
Oh my God, actually the advanced tax strategy one, I love this one. This is like this one.
Who's the author of that one? Is that
Amanda Hahn.
Yes.
Amanda Hahn. Okay, yeah.
I'm going to SareCon just hoping she'll be there because
she'll be there. I'm positive. Yeah, I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I would say like this one, the rental property investing is like the first one that's mostly like comprehensive. That's like I actually like, and then all the other ones from Bigger Pocket essentially.
The one on BRRRR, the one on multifamily.
Yeah. So it's great to kind of like, I love the books because it kind of gets you in the door, right? It's a great, like, okay, here's the concepts of it, right? Now tell me kind of, this is what I have felt in this kind of situations. Like the books are great, gives you concepts, but then you get into reality. What's the difference that you find from like, okay, here's the books, so like, okay, reality, like, tell people that are just starting out.
Yeah, I would say the relationship part or relation part, networking. I mean, obviously you read in the book that networking is important, or even like hiring your rock star, like your top 5 your core team is important, but you don't realize how, I guess, like challenging it could be until you actually get into the game. So like you have like whatever is put on the paper and in practice. And I mean, for the first few deals that we've done, we ended up being lucky. We found like a great agent. We found like a great like a contractor. So everything went relatively fine. But then like once you dig into that and you don't have the proper process in place, which is a book that's missing in my collection at that time, you realize that everything can just go south like really quickly and really quickly and high or like really low fast.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you said that too, because operations is the one piece that's always missing, and so many different places that I've been to as well, at masterminds and books and stuff, because no one really talks about it because it's the hardest thing, right? And then the people aspect, it's like the networking and the operations and systems piece. It's not just like, hey, go buy a great deal. I mean, you could buy an amazing deal at a great price, but if you can't operate it, do construction, have the right systems around that, and then actually asset manage it, it's worthless, right? And that goes back to the networking piece. And Angie, I know one of your favorite phrases is like, do it for friends, do it for vibes, right? Like I guess, what have you learned now from like the whole being in the community, like how different it is if you can just surround yourself with people that are like-minded, but more importantly are trustworthy people that you can go with.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is peace of mind, or knowing like that other people are doing the same thing, because I think going back to like the first house, our first BRRRR, like Kevin says now, like we got lucky, but at the time we thought we were doing terrible. We're like hella behind schedule. The house was like, I think took like an extra 2 months. Took a while to fill it. Like it was difficult to, like, I didn't know how to furnish the house. Like I didn't know if I was over budget, if I was under budget, like and now looking back, we're like, wow, we did so good on those first 2. But at the time we thought you know what I mean? Like we thought it was terrible up until a year after it closed, a year after we finished. We're like, wow, that was great. Let's do that again. Now I remember it. I remember it being, I remember really not liking the contractor I picked and the realtor I picked at the time. Now we love them. So I think like now having a community, it's like, oh, other people are like, wait, this is great. This is like a referral, or this is who I don't recommend, or this is don't go to this part of town and stuff like that. It's like a lot easier to have an instant soundboard versus reading a book and hoping for the best.
Yeah, because a book, you know, social media, it's always like it's glorified, right? There's nothing that goes wrong. It's all sometimes a butterfly, right? And you know, I love what you just said, because I would equate it to like even getting married, right? It's like, you know, while you're going through planning the wedding, you're like, man, this is so annoying. Why do we gotta pick out what color of utensils we're gonna have, right? Like that's annoying as heck. But then you actually have the day, right? You're like, wow, that's awesome. And then you know, a year later, you're like, wow, that was the best day of my life, kind of thing. Right. And
yeah, that was so easy. We could totally do that. It's actually what we're trying to do. Like our goal with like real estate, and like when we hit a cash flow number, our plan is to have a third wedding, which is just a
wait, 3 weddings? Wait, you already had 2?
Yeah, we've had 2 already.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
We have a third. No, the first one was just expired, so we went to Flushing.
Got it.
Rooftop bar. It was hella fun. I actually made Michelle and MD watch our wedding video after the retreat. That was like 1 a.m. Turns out Michelle knows my brother from high school.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's honestly such a goes back to the network, by the way. It's like everyone knows.
Yeah. And then so we had the first wedding, which was already a rage. It was like 30 people, open bar, 2 people threw up, like all
I love that's like one of the KPIs that you have is how many people.
Yeah.
You know, we have a throw up ratio of about 5% at our wedding. It's pretty cool.
I would say almost every one of our like actual parties, somebody throws up. Like that's how I know people got turned.
Remind me to not go to your parties.
Dude, I'm old now. It's different now. Even though 2 people threw up last weekend. But it wasn't us.
Yeah.
It's never us.
Yeah.
And then we had the second wedding 4 years later, because the first one was just a green card. But I want another one already.
Yeah.
But so
well, it's also like, hey, have the assets, like you said, assets by the liabilities. I mean, we did this exercise last boot camp, right? Is a wedding an asset or liability? You know, somewhat, you know, logically it's a liability, but it's an asset, right? Like, because you know what I love about seeing you two, especially, right? It's like you guys are one of the rare couples that both of you guys are on the same on these calls together always. Right? You're always gonna get, it's like mostly, to be honest, guys, it's like there's like one part of the spouse, right? One spouse is like really like, oh, I'm gonna do real estate. Another one's like, I'll support you, whatever, right? But you know, there's a handful of couples like yourselves, right? They're both you guys are always on the same calls, and that's huge because like the partnership piece of this, the most important partner, right, is you two, right? Not your contractor, not your your vendors. It's be able to soundboard with each other because you guys know you guys have each other's back. So tell me about that. Like, tell me about like how the relationship for you two has really evolved and changed as you guys have gone through your real estate journey as well. So, Kev, I'll go to you because Angie's just giving you the eyes. You go first. Probably kicking the leg underneath, like, go.
Yeah, it goes. I guess it goes back to me already having some. I guess like I'm in finance to begin with, so numbers. I would say that I grew up with that. And adding to that my parents were into real estate as well. So having that whole environment growing up, I would say that I had maybe some like a better intuition whenever it comes to real estate. So like some of the knowledge or even like the KPI we track, I already have in mind. So it in some ways like kind of me not pushing Angela to do it, but like kind of like pushing the knowledge at least. Like that's what I was to do. So I saw her change. And grow with that actually, like seeing her like taking more time to analyze things or like even double taking like some of her like thoughts and stuff like that. So that was like great to see that across the years, and especially when we started joining ZCU as well. That's actually where I think like the linear growth started to become like more exponential. Maybe with like all the people that can be kind of like as a how you call it, like accountability partners. So we have like the people in New York. We have Nuge as well, who's like like pushing Angela on like some aspect of real estate. So I would say in some ways like made us like closer, but to be completely honest, at some point in time, that also like almost like put us like apart at some point as well, because like there was definitely like difficult times. But ultimately, like people would say like everything that, puts you like in difficult situation can just make you stronger afterwards.
Yeah. Was it like because Jenny and I have gone through this as well, where like you become more business partners than lovers kind of thing? Like,
that's the thing. It's hard to get that how do you say, like the border, the limit between
the separation.
It becomes like separation. It becomes blurry because with a business partner or even like in a corporate environment, you might act towards someone a certain way that you might want to act with your partners.
we Jenny and I have a rule because we found ourselves kind of teetering in that realm. Was I say try. We try not to on our date nights talk about two things: real estate or our kids nowadays, right? And we just try to like make it about each other or us or what's going on besides that stuff, because it's so easy to like, yeah, it's great. Anyways, is that a deal I sent you?
Yeah.
But Ange, what about you?
No, I think that we go to these calls together, but like we're so opposite. And I think someone had asked before, like probably like Jasper and Carolyn, they're like, how do you guys work together? You guys are so similar. You're so lucky. I was like, we actually are so opposite. Like I would say like what Kevin said, he has like the know-how, but like he won't like until I think Zen Coast has helped a lot, but he like won't execute. Like the first house, the second house, the third house, like it was all me picking, but without the proper like back like numbers and logic of it. I'm like, this looks good enough on deal check, like random template, like these numbers look fine. And then me like picking a random city based on a roommate in Spain, like literally vibes. A friend that I was roommates told me this random small town in Kentucky was cute, and that's how I picked the first city. I picked the agent on vibes, I picked the contractor on vibes. Like it all worked out really well, and so that's why I picked the next one and the next one. But like we're just so opposite, and now that we're like trying to scale and like get bigger houses, like the vibes, you can't survive on vibes, so like I think Zen Coast has really helped, like, or like doing this together helped like us communicate better and work together better, of like me needing to like slow down and understand numbers better, and then him needing to like actually make decisions and like being confident in the decisions, because it's like really risky. It's like it's like scary, and you're like trusting this person. But I think so it's been really great to have you as the mediator. You're also like our couples counseling and like real estate coach and life coach.
Well, it's funny you mentioned it, because I feel like more than 50% of this is mental at the end of the day. It's like you guys have read all the books, right? It's like all the information's out there, right? And mostly it's just like the thing that gets in our way is ourselves, kind of thing. It's like, am I doing this right? Am I not doing this right? And what I've learned is that no one knows 100%. No one does, right? But we always think that, like even the experts or even myself, like, that guy has it all figured out. But to be honest, like, no, the only difference is that like you go try. We just took action and figured it out, because the trust is in yourself at the end of the day, right? The trust is that, hey, like I trust myself that I will figure it out. Right? Because I have the backing. This is me talking now, like, because I have the backing of my network. Someone knows someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone there. To do that, right? I know that for a fact, and that's why I feel confident that I can do whatever. Right. And so, I agree. Because you mentioned, Angela, like the whole like fear of making decisions in general, and like, can you expand on that a little bit for me? Like this is obviously not something that no one has ever said, right? I think every single investor goes through that, like, shit, did I do this right? Like, I don't know. It's scary.
Expanding on like taking risks.
Like, what is risk to you?
I would say like I'm not even that scared of losing my money or scared of the wrong thing. I'm scared of my husband getting mad at me. Like he's like my number one boss. Like I call him my manager. I'm like, what does my manager want to do for Christmas this year? But no, I think like the risk is like taking all of your net worth, and then if you take a certain percent of that to like put on a house, like how much do you have? If you lose all of it, if that house fails, if you got scammed, like how much do you have left? And it's like scary to see like your life's work being like gambled away like that, which isn't really a gamble if you're like doing all the right precautions, but like if you're not and you don't have your operations and you're not using trusted contractors, like it's like that's the risk of like losing everything that you've been working on. Yeah.
Love that. Real quick on that though. Sorry, coaching moment here. All right, so we're kind of reversing into a coaching moment here, real quick. So I noticed you were like, hey, like he's my manager. So something that I think verbiage wise could get kind of blurry with the whole business partner and lover kind of relationship. So Jen and I was the same thing, and what we actually call each other is board of directors. Oh, she's on my board, right? Because if you say she's a manager, if I tell her she's my manager, I do say that like jokingly around like the household and stuff like that. But in reality, when I talk to the people in real life, where I'm like, hey, like like how we actually act in each other's businesses is that she's on my board of directors and I'm on hers. So if I need her help on something, I will absolutely ask for it, because I know that we both have our same best interests at heart, and we both have different skill sets. Because you said, Angie, like you guys are both two completely different people, right? Which I think is a huge positive. What you don't want is someone that's exactly the same, right? That's like, yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. You're like, oh, okay, cool, right? Like you need someone that with that different perspective, right? So she always kind of plays devil's advocate for me, right? When I'm too scared to do a deal, like I'm more conservative than she is. Kevin, I think I'm more like you, and I think Angie, you're more like actually Jenny, like very on emotion vibes, right? Like, I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of scared. I don't know if I should do this. She's like, yo, stop being a little B. Like, like, why not? And I'm like, okay, all right. So it just helps in that. But if you put the verbiage with the manager out there, then there's a structure, and that's not very healthy. So
that's true.
No, I mean, I let her say that, but as you say, like every time there's like the decision, it's always like, hey, are you okay with that as well? And behind her back, I'm actually saying that she's my boss.
Behind my back? You don't say that in front
of me? We all know as a husband, we know that's all true. That's the wife's always right, dude. There's no winning, right? That's what I've learned in marriage so far. And you guys have been married long.
Yeah. No, I would say like marrying the right person is 100% the most important thing you can do for your real estate. Like,
yeah, especially if there are reps. No kidding.
No, I know.
That's true.
I've been shout out to all our single New Yorkers out there. What's up?
Yeah, or if you have a citizenship and someone needs to
but in reality, guys, I always say that to people too. It's like, your spouse will help dictate, kind of the growth trajectory. Because like if they're so like obviously you guys are different in terms of people, but I think that the thing that is the same is that you guys are both growth minded, right? And if you have two growth minded people that are working together, then that's where I think sky's the limit, because you're both challenging each other to continue to grow. Right? Like sometimes I'll see Jenny and I'm like, I'm in my potato phase, right? I'm in my potato season, but like Jenny's like freaking getting after it and grinding. I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should go do that same thing too, right? So it kind of just like keeps you both like motivated. And when she was kind of like pregnant, right, giving birth, like I was like, oh, I'm gonna go do some stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it just helps, right? It alleviates a lot of. It's like you become like this family office, right? In a way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I think like Kevin works so hard. Like he is just like working all the time. Like he doesn't take breaks, like, which he should. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but he works so hard, and it makes me feel guilty often, because I'm like, oh, I should be working that hard. But also he's crazy. So
Well, have you guys done what's your human designs? Do you guys know?
We did for the retreat, but I forgot what it was.
Okay.
I think I'm a generator, and I'm a generator.
Okay, what do you do?
Yeah, I forgot mine.
Okay. Because the generators are actually the ones that can just grind and not get burned out, right? Which makes sense, Angie. I mean, you have like unlimited energy, so that actually checks out.
Yeah, our grind is hanging out. No, because he empty stock trading class, and he was doing the analysis deal challenge, and he signed up for like every single thing. And I was like, I am not doing that.
I'm actually surprised, actually too. I thought maybe Angie would be a projector, right? And Kevin, you might be a generator kind of thing, because projectors are like people that they do get burnt out and actually need rest. So Jenny and I are projectors. Right.
Both projectors.
Yeah. But we need like our rest too, right? And then there's certain people that are just like Jay, he's a generator, he can just go, no stop. all flame, no matter what.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
So-
I actually learned about like a social battery after meeting Angela. I didn't know there was such thing as a
Okay, so
social.
you might be a projector then.
Also, Kevin's bar is so high. We will hang out with friends until, let's say, 2 a.m. for 7 days straight. And then I'm like, I want to stay home today. He'd be like, why? We haven't done anything. Like,
Yeah.
his bar is insanely high.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this, guys. We have office hours in 2 minutes here, but I want to end this podcast episode with something I've never done before, right? I'd love for you guys kind of do a love circle here, right? What's your favorite thing about your partner?
Oh.
Kev, you go first. Dude,
Actually, I mean, that's one of the reasons I marrying her, but I really love her cooking.
Oh, I knew he was
Oh, love that.
What? Anyone can
A
cook.
way to a dude's heart is definitely cooking. That's how Jenny got me too. She kind of like she would always bring me avocado toast and stuff in the beginning. And then we got married and I never see she actually doesn't like cooking at all. So I was like, oh, you got me.
No, Angela still cooks, so it's been great.
Yeah.
What's your favorite dish?
Oof. Now she always do new experiments,
Yeah.
which is like something that I actually enjoy because I love learning and I love like being surprised. So like every time that's like I'm always like looking forward for the next one. It's
Oh
really
wow, that's awesome.
I actually feel like Jenny would like my cooking because I do really healthy cooking, which may or may not be for Kevin. Like I'll do like let's say
apparently it is. So
yeah, that's true. If he's like, oh, I want carbonara, and I'll be like, oh, that's not healthy. So I'll blend a block of tofu and make it like this super high protein carbonara and be like, do you like your carbonara? Just kidding, it's tofu. But I do that a lot.
Actually, one of my favorite dishes is her chocolate tofu dessert.
Wow,
It's like it's a chocolate mousse only made with tofu and then chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it, but like if you make it one day, you'll just like, what the hell is in there? It's just tofu.
I think Jenny would like it.
That is health and delish at the same time. Yeah. What about you, Ange?
I mean, he's just a really good person. Like he is like very kind. We actually fight about it because it also goes against my favor often because he like sacrificed so much for his friends and family. But it's also like I think like very sweet. Like he's a very good person.
Yeah.
Even though he pretends not to be. He pretends to be a Slytherin, but he's a Hufflepuff. I just thought of that.
I mean, I took the test. I'm a Slytherin.
Yeah, you're Slytherin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I love it. Well, amazing, guys. I appreciate all the insights and all the sharing in general. So thank you. And
thank you for your time.
We appreciate you, Calvin. You're the best.
Yeah, awesome, guys. Thank you for listening to the Art of Cashflow podcast. If you want more and this spoke to you, then we'd love to see you and meet you in person. You can click this link below to get if we're gonna be in your neighborhood soon. We look forward to seeing and meeting every single one of you guys. God bless. Have a great day. Bye.